Locking Lab 1-2.
Hold your position. It's always science that gets the bad stuff, isn't it? I took the initiative. I came up with a solution. Didn't see anyone else raise their hand after resolve.
Lab 02 locked and secured.
Hold your position.
Lab 01 locked.
Hold your position.
Access to Lab 1-2 granted.
I'm so sorry, but you've left me with no other option but to remove you from this mortal coil.
Access to Lab 02 granted.
Take him out, boys, and try to be gentle. We don't want another big mess to clean up.
Lab 01 unlocked and open.
Honestly, we don't want to hurt you, but if we have to... It's easy to point your fingers at others, isn't it? So tell me, who is the real monster? The wolf devouring the sheep, or the hunter murdering its cubs in their lair?
Attention, please. Contingency protocol for asset preservation has been activated. Opening containment cells.
You didn't really think I'd let you sacrifice the future of mankind because management suddenly grew a conscience. So what now? Going to be a good boy and finish me off? Murder me in cold blood? You know that won't change a thing. It's too late, you see.
Mark Dean, perfect candidate for the program. We pulled him off the streets and put him to work in recycling a couple of weeks back. He's a complete zero. We even DNA typed him to outside databases. No living relatives. He's so happy to have a place to sleep and 3 square meals a day, he'll happily sign the consent forms.
An inquisitive mind. That's the spirit. And besides, things without all remedy should be without regard, right? What's done is done.
You better explain yourself. I'm running on a short fuse right now.
I would be wasting my breath on you. You failed to see, or maybe you chose not to. But I'm trying to save mankind here. Not just the species. No, I'm trying to save all of us. We're flawed, incomplete. We're not yet prepared to re-enter paradise, you see? We wouldn't survive. My Homo Machinalis could change that. They are the living proof that we could be more than human. We, all of us, could fill the world of tomorrow. Ascended beings in a new utopia.
So what about Utopia?
Let me put the record straight. Unlike Resolve, which will exterminate us slowly and painfully over generations, my nanites do a quick and clean job. I've minimized the suffering, a fresh start, a clean slate for those that remain. If that concerns you now, then you shouldn't have tried and stopped my little pet project. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be safe. Go on. Go smoke a nice fat stogie and watch the apocalypse from your glass tower with the rest of them.
I think you've got me confused with somebody else. I'm not working for the board.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. What difference does it make now? This place is going straight to hell, and we're going with it. Or we're already there, and didn't even notice.
So you know what's going on here?
I'm honored by your assumption, but even I have my limits. I do know a mob stormed my labs, and my colleagues are either dead, dumb, or simply gone. So much for security. And what's the board doing, Still twiddling their thumbs over the launch of Utopia? I submitted my final analysis weeks ago, and I'm still waiting. We need people who can make decisions around here.
You're sick.
Oh, you moral crusaders. Always the first to swing the sword from the little corner of self-righteousness. Chavez was exactly the same. Always beyond reproach, even when the first reports on Resolve came in. I don't claim to know the one truth, because there isn't one. Everybody takes sides, and always their own. Good, evil, all nonsense and totally subjective. Just children's stories. As we grow older, mortality beckons, and so we reach for the divine. Same fairy stories, different binding. The individual must be prepared to sacrifice himself for the many. The species is what's important.
What about Chavez?
Yes, what about her? Not seen since she threw a tantrum and got kicked out of my labs. But still, wonderful woman. And an extraordinary scientist. An incredible intellect. Kind-hearted and so ambitious, you have to admire a fighter. But Resolve didn't work. We needed to act and act fast. And I had the solution. It's just a shame her ego got in the way of her career.
So, these Tin Men are supposed to be our future?
Not pretty, is it? But the truth rarely is. Just think of it as an upgrade to survive the world of Utopia. Our meat machines are inadequate. We won't make it unless you hightail it back to your master's tower. We have the will to survive as individuals, but as a species, we need a push. There's no winning without sacrifice. I just wanted a level playing field to create a utopia for all.
I think we're done here.
In that case, if you don't mind, Inspector, I need to get back to work. Terribly important things to do. Terribly important. Yes, Inspector.
I think we're done here.
In that case, if you don't... And I thought you wanted a conversation.
Warning. Security breach detected. Unauthorized implementation of contingency protocol confirmed. Attention! Security forces have entered this sector. For your own safety, please comply with all official requests while the area is being secured.
Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. With every passing day, with every launch, the project is over.
Welcome, Warren.
Did you find her? Please, where's my daughter? If she's not in my office... Oh, God. Not out there alone.
I'm sorry, but I have to leave you now.
I know, just... Please. Find my little girl.
Take care.
Our process and research is ongoing. From manufacturing efficiency, payload distribution, chemical composition, even down to the recycling of materials. At Creo, our scientific staff labor day and night.
Security forces under attack.
John Gutenberg's original vision.
Requesting backup.
Ever attempted what we're trying to do?
Echelon 9 team members, please fall back immediately to the executive floors.
Science and technology. Every day your work benefits the future of mankind, bringing us one step closer to our goal. It is a huge task, but together we can do it. Whatever it takes. We will build a new Eden, a utopia for all. As a garden bloomed overnight, was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. So why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. But with every passing day, every launch, project resolved. Our process of research is ongoing. Manufacturing efficiency, payload distribution, chemical composition, even down to the recycling of materials. Creo, our scientific staff labor day and night to improve and build upon the foundation. John Gutenberg's original vision. No one has ever attempted what we're trying to do. New discoveries and methods allow us to push the very boundaries of science and technology. Every day your work benefits the future of mankind, bringing us one step closer to our goal. It is a huge task, but together we can do it. Whatever it takes. We will build a new Eden, a utopia for all. Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? With us, CEO. Jonah, thank you for taking time out of your day.
Believe me, I wish it wasn't necessary. It's not like we're trying to save the planet here or anything.
Yes. Well, let's get straight to the point now.
Please do.
Since we last spoke, there has been an increase in people speaking out against Project Resolve and even an independent board of scientific research that...
Let's deal with it word independent. Joseph Tasker of the Global 9 Consortium wanted the manufacturing rights for the Resolve rockets. Rather than building here in the US, he planned to take the jobs overseas. Creo has helped pull the US economy out of its longest slump in history. Harvey Pearson, Nobel Prize-winning scientist, 2 decades ago, was refused work on Resolve because we found his methodology to be haphazard. And that's only 2 of them, believe me. That board is far from independent and impartial. Look, I'm not saying healthy, constructive criticism is bad. Far from it. But this is a witch hunt. This isn't an easy thing we're trying to do here. You don't think we hear these questions internally? Honestly, I don't know what people want from me. This is my life. Project Resolve is my legacy. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's an uphill struggle sometimes, but everyone here works day and night to make sure it succeeds. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I need to be 1,000 places at the same time. It's hard to be everywhere and know everything. I'd leave that to God if it wasn't for the expectations people have of me.
That's quite all right. I understand.
Do you? I think we'll call it a day here. Thank you, Don. Your work here is always appreciated.
With us once again is Jonah Cooper, founder and CEO of Creo. Jonah, thank you.
Move on, worker. The area is not safe. I recommend... Oh! It's you! How are you doing, Mr. White Knight? Hey, cat got your tongue? I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. It's nothing personal, just... I'm in the middle of something here. They need me. There's been a security breach in R&D. Big thing. We have to clear the area, so you shouldn't stick around.
So, you're part of security?
I would have thought that would have been obvious from the uniform. Speaking of which, I need to get about my business. If I show up with only half of my equipment, the chief will have my head.
Believe what you will, but I don't think you're on their team.
Why? Do we know each other? I mean, yes. Yes, we do. It's just... I appreciate your concerns, but... I'm ready. Or at least I will be. When I can find the rest of my gear. Damn helmet! Where did I leave you? And did I lose my leg and body armor?
Irina, you're an engineer, remember? You told me this.
An engineer? I can barely tighten a screw. Please. My head. I don't have time for this right now.
Then tell me, if you're security, you must know what's going on here, right?
That information is classified. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't. The investigation is ongoing.
Hey, are you all right?
No, I'm okay. It's just... there's so much going on. Like it's out of control. All the noise, the pain. Sometimes I feel like I can't hear my own thoughts anymore.
I can't let you go out there without the proper equipment, can I?
Well, let's see what you got.
Perfect fit, I'd say.
Don't know what to say. Thanks. That is one part closer to being myself again.
Try this. Should be the right one.
Thank you. Means I only need to find that one last part now.
Here, I think this helmet should fit.
Thanks. I owe you one. You just spared me a lot of trouble.
I have to go now. Try and stay out of trouble.
I will. Probably thanks to you. Oh, hey, my white knight. Thanks again for your help. Won't forget that. Guess you saved my neck there.
I have to go now. Try and stay out of trouble.
I will. Probably thanks to you.
Shouldn't you be at your designated work site? Shouldn't you be at your designated work site?
You're back. I can't tell you how relieved I am. Security is starting a major operation down in R&D. I was worried you'd get caught up in it. Warren, please contact me. I'll be waiting, okay?
Fuck 'em, they think they're so high and mighty. Yeah, I hope you're reading this, you tossers. Echelon 9, what a joke. You think they'd share some info out of professional courtesy, but no, classified. Bunch of butt munchers. I'm telling you, it's goddamn ridiculous. We're all doing the same job, right?
Have a nice day, Warren.
You can't tell me what to do. Shh, shh, shh. You hear them, don't you? I knew it! You hear them too. They're not dead. The body electric sings through the system. They won't shut up. They just won't shut up. You can't all live here. This is my head. Mine! Get out! They won't shut up. They just won't shut up. They won't shut up. They just won't shut up.